visiting sideline, there's Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His guys putting together a season to remember, unbeaten and untied to this point. On the other side, the man he lost to in Super Bowl 47, his older brother by a year, the coach of the Ravens, John Harbaugh. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Prime Time. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down. So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. And the Chargers are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
2nd and inches. Another run here with Harris. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball is going to go. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with wins.
And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Herbert now on third and goal. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to fourth down. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Jackson now on second down. Off he goes. Whoa. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The tight end motioning left here. They'll run it on first down with Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll run for it with Henry. He's going to have a Ravens first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the first down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Chargers out to the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up.
Report!
On the handoff, it's Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raven first down. One of the tight ends motions right. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Moving left, taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And this one blown up. Good surge, and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
He'll keep this himself. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty...
And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point is good, and the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Go.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
380.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
180.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, Jackson. That one caught by Wester. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So, fourth down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic. Currently second in the NFL at this point in the season.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. Ready.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5.
380. Cut. Ready.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the ground, this is Harris. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. He's got a man! It's Harris! And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
380.
First and 10.
Set. 380. Cut. Set.
They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Set. 380. Cut. 380. Cut. Set.
To throw, it's Herbert. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
380. Cut. Set.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Lashante Wester now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Jackson looking to throw. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 2nd down. Jackson. And that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Again, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Wester. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Ryan Wright now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Davis to return it. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. The Chargers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. On the zone read, here's Harris. That's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle is made at the 26-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing now is Herbert. Once again, he gets it to Harris. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Herbert. Now he'll air one out. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And this is the man from Central Florida, R.J. Harvey. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone, a 10-yard touchdown run. The Broncos get the victory here, they win it by 10. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Brandon Ayuk. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Niners win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the Raiders. And it's the Rams quarterback. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Rams get the 7-point win, 21-14 your final. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Davis. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Count it. Ready?
He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
380. Cut. 380. Cut.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll get this to Disley on the right. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Set. 380. Go.
On the give, it's Harris. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
And they continue to lean on him in these short yardage, need-to-have-it situations, tough yards. He's been getting them over and over throughout the course of the game, and he picks up more than enough there on 3rd down.
Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. They get 18 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Ground. Set.
Give up the middle to Harris. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Set. 380. Right.
On play action, it's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Set. 380. Ground. 380. Ground. What is it?
They'll try to run it with Harris. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Wester now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Throwing Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down. They'll motion a tight end right. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Now a screen set up for Henry. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
On is Luke to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And with half the season gone by, time to take a look at some of the candidates at this early date to bring home the award for the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year.
Set. Lion.
A run with Harris. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10.
Report!
On play action, here's Jackson. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. Play action now. Jackson. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. He's trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll take this one in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Luke now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Set. Wide eighty. Wide eighty hot. Wide eighty hot.
Here's Harris. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Camp.
Throwing, Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Chargers get set to kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10.
13.
Back to throw, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, middle.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Tuipulotu in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their 1st sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
2nd down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Set.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Set. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down. Here's 1st and 10.
Kappa.
Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Here is 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Herbert. He's got room at the 30. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd down.
Set. Delta, set. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Herbert. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Mike, we hear it so often when a team trails by 8. Oh, this is only a 1-score game. That's not always the case. It's dependent upon getting that 2-point conversion. So here you go. You fail, they got to find a way to get the ball back and score again.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
Harris. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Set.
Herbert to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here, where this might be one final heave to the end zone. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to win the game. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.